Hello everyone, hi, welcome to the channel of Wall Street Mojo. Watch the video till the end, and if you're new to this channel, then you can subscribe us by clicking the bell icon. Today we have a topic with us is tender offer. See, tender offer is all about a proposal of an investor. First, I'll write what is the tender offer. It is all about the proposal by an investor to all the current shareholders of the publicly traded firm, basically, to purchase of part of their shares for sale at certain price and time. So such offers can be executed without the permission of the firm's BOD, that is board of director, and acquirer can coordinate with the shareholders for taking over the firm. So it can also be referred to as the hostile takeover. This is very scary word for every company. And it's true when the directors of the target company poses the acquirers gaining control over the firm. So let's consider over here an example. We try and understand with an example so that we have clear understanding. The current stock price, let's say stock price of ABC Limited, is, let's say, standing at $15 per share, and someone who is wishing to take over the firm may issue a tender offer at let's say 18 per share, on the condition that they can acquire the minimum 51% of the shares. So now I'll take you to the top 10 types of tender offer. See, from a shareholder's perspective, such offers are voluntary corporate action as they can trade due to better offer. However, for a bidder, it can be mandatory to make an offer. So, there are some of the top 10 types. I'll try and discuss each one of them. The first one is the mandatory offer. See, mandatory is an offer which the entity is making the offer, and he has to make it for the rest of the shares of the target company. So this is because majority stakeholders could use the right to vote at the AGM to their own advantage at the expense of the shareholders. So, thus, if the entity is making the offer, he has already reacted or reached a certain stake in the target company and has gone over the certain threshold. It has to make an offer for the remaining of the shares. The second point of discussion is voluntary. See, a firm can voluntarily choose to make tender offer. There's no much discussion. Then there is a friendly tender offer. Now, when an offer is made for outstanding shares of the target company, the board of directors is usually informed about the intentions. So they can further advise the shareholders on whether to accept or reject the offer. So in case the board recommends accepting the offer, it is called as the friendly offer or tender. Then there is called hostile tender offer. See, if the person or entity making the offer does not inform the board of the target company of the respective bid, or if the board thinks that the offer price is too low, and person entity making the offer continues to publicize the bid, then the offer is hostile. The next one is gripping the tender offer. Now, in most of the countries, the rules governing the takeover state on what percentage is permitted and what is not. So, through this creeping offer, investors or the group of individuals, they adopt a strategy to take advantage around these rules. So, this group of individuals will gradually acquire the target company shares in the open market. Ultimate goal over here of such an offer is to acquire sufficient shares, okay, and of the stock to have enough interest in the company for creating voting block at the AGM of the target company. So it's a tactic through which the new offer attempts to circumvent the legal requirement and quietly purchase the shares in the small portion from various other shareholders. So once a substantial number of shares have been acquired with the group, the process of the filing of the documents with the SEC is undertaken, resulting in the target companies finding themselves in a hostile takeover before getting the chance to prepare things. Next is exclusionary. Okay, it is exclusionary tender. See, this kind of offer is generally prohibited as the bidders would offer to purchase the outstanding shares from certain shareholder while excluding the others. Then we have the mini tender. See, this is an offer basically to purchase less than 5% of the company's stock directly from the current investor. So such offers are not regulated by the Security Exchange Act, and no requirement is mentioned in the disclosure. Such tenders offer carry high risk since the actual intentions of the entity making offer is not at all clear. We have then the partial tender offer. See, this is an offer to purchase some but not all the shares of the company. Next is the self tender. Now, it is an offer by the firm to its shareholders to buy some of all the shares, which they will purchase it back after some time. So this is also referred as a buyback offer and can be a tactic to prevent the hostile takeover or to make it more and more difficult. Next set that we have next is two-tier. See, initially in case of two-tier, the acquiring company will make a tender offer to obtaining voting control of the target company. And in the second stage, okay, first stage will be there will be a tender offer and the voting control of the acquired company. And in the second stage, it will be the rest of all the shares will be purchased. Right. So this were all the 10 types that you should have understanding and knowledge regarding how the tender offer works. Then let's understand the process of the tender offer. See, the bidding of the company shall form a strategy about the expansion through acquiring the other companies. So expansion can either be what we call as organic, that is, opening new branches, or second is called inorganic, that is mergers and acquisition. So many consultants may be involved in generating strategies like management consultants, financial consultants, legal, and so on and so forth. Second, the bidding firm will request the approval from the shareholders. The third step is, necessary finances should be in place for potential future purchases, which can be through the issuance of debt, equity, both goes in here. Okay, and in case of issuing extra equity, a company should call for a what we call as rights issue. Fourth is an extensive list of the targets should be jotted down and the most prominent target should be shortlisted. Fifth, in case of the friendly tender offer, due diligence to avoid any unforeseen circumstances. So this could include examining the financial records of the target company, internal process control. Then you have budgets, planning, and analysis and contracts with vendors, supplier, and stakeholders, examining the insurance policies. Right. Sixth, the firm will state the offer price over here and appoint the deal makers and the paying agents for executing the tender offer. The paying agents will prepare the prospectus or the offer document in collaboration with the legal advisors. They will also register with the relevant regulatory authorities and ensure smooth public announcement of the offer. Now, all the associated parties like broker, dealers, custodians will communicate the information to the beneficial owner. So, ninth step is paying the agent. Paying the agent shall collect the instruction from the shareholders and commit the success of the offer. So they should also be officially publish the results. Additionally, they are also responsible for collection of money and what we call as the tax payments. So let me make my final conclusions on this. Tender offers can be very fruitful for the investors, businesses, or groups seeking to acquire a majority in the company stock. But if completed without the knowledge of the board of directors, such offers are generally viewed as a form of hostile takeover. However, it's very important for companies to pay attention to the rules and regulation covering the tender offer. Now, they can be tremendously helpful, giving the sufficient time for the firm for determining if the offer is suitable or not for the business. So, regulation also helps the target business to reject the offer, if it's contradiction or it's contradicting the interest of the company. So, that's it for this particular topic. I thank. If you have learned and liked the video, if you think that if you have enjoyed and learned watching this video, please like, comment on this video and subscribe to our channel for all the latest updates. Thank you everyone. Cheers.